I needed some way to do something about it. So rather than complain, which I think most people like to complain in film, people like to complain about what this isn't working, that's not working, we don't like this. Rather than do that, I wanted to just do something that was positive. Children are our future, and it's true. They are our future. We live in the present, and there's only so much that you can do right now to make our lives better. But what can we do in the future? If you influence children, you influence the future. My name is Becky Yetzall, and I am a director and producer. And I came to the Center for Girls to do a video production class in the summertime, and we just did one in the fall. And I had really enjoyed teaching the girls how to make film. It's kind of a misnomer because I didn't really teach them anything. I just helped them do it so that, in a way it proved to myself that girls can make film. And they did. And they were amazing.
How did you build the movie?
So everybody had different jobs, and somebody was director and somebody was making the video, and then we edited it, and now it's a movie. I'm Bossy, and I'm 12 years old.
My name's Micaiah, I'm 14.
I'm Aaliyah, and I am 12. Many
filmmakers are men. They started when they were 12 years old. Spielberg started making film when he was 12 years old. And so I knew, kids could make film. And I thought that it was really important to start when you're young and to sort of grow with it. But if they decide later in life to be in the media business in some way, this gives them an opportunity to know that they can do it. I think oftentimes young women are discouraged because of the technicality that film can be. It can be very technical. It can be very expensive, so the budgeting begins to be a no, and then there's casting, and there's all these, it's just no all the time. So I wanted for them to know that you can just erase all of that, stop asking other people at all, and just do it yourself.
This is about us, and one more time.
Do you ever stop talking? Ever?
Do you ever stop spending money?
I still brag about that. It was like, oh my God. We pulled up that day and had no parking space. It was like, okay, this is for real. These people came, who were like really serious actors. These are legitimate actors here. I said the girls were able to do wardrobing, location, set design, they were able to do casting.
So we actually got a picture and a description, and we got to choose the actors we wanted for the piece and what their role would be.
And we had lots of fun writing scripts. We had fun meeting the actors.
And my favorite part about the filming is it's actually picking our actors and seeing them act.
That was such an exciting day, and I was so appreciative of the professionalism that the actors brought here and to the girls.
I saw you this morning, and I heard you, and I was very disappointed. You know why Mom left.
Okay, so my name is Chloe Green. I am 14 years old, and I worked on the film called Sisters.
That's
okay. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you, Dad.
That. Oh.
That was good.
That was good. That was really
That was good.
Okay, so did we get it?
Yeah.
I liked holding the camera and feeling the actors' emotions through the camera.
Well, I think when people give them opportunities, because not everybody has an opportunity to speak their voices or speak their minds or speak what's in their hearts. So when given an outlet like video production, that's a great platform for that.
I was just blown away by their ideas and their concepts. I was just, the first time in the summertime, they didn't have a topic. They were allowed to do anything that they wanted. And they came up with some of the best ideas. I was just like, wow, I couldn't have done that.
My name is Julia Smith. I am 12 years old, and we worked on The Abuser.
My name is Jada Cheney. I'm 11 years old, and we worked on The Abuser. We came up with that idea because her mother had got abused, so she abused her boyfriend, And she said that happened to her mother and it's not going to happen to her.
So basically, for us to get to that part on the paper, we kind of did the climax, what kind of characters we wanted, and other things like that. And then we just put it all together.
I really liked that script. You weren't able to film it though.
When I heard that we weren't doing it, I was kind of upset because that was my first time. I've kind of always wanted to be an actor or director or a producer or anything like that. And so when you came, I was kind of excited and I wanted to learn. So yeah, I liked it a lot.
A lot of the ideas and the stories and the experiences and the perspectives of these young people, it continues to amaze me from the standpoint of the depth of it. For them to make their own film, it gives them a really unique opportunity to show that they have things to contribute as it relates to the film industry.
Now.
Cut. I'm sorry I got the giggles.
It's okay, I didn't notice at all.
About your big event.
I told you a
Yeah,
month
just what
ago
I want to
about
do on
my
my night
video.
off, Lisa, is
You know
hang out
what?
with you and your whining girlfriends.
Oh my god.
Cool. Thank you.
My girlfriend is really nice. You would like them.
Why?
How long does this one go on
Oh,
for?
the
Just so
fire.
I can plan.
I don't have it.
Director, he's asking a question. How long is this going to go for?
2 minutes, 3.
Like, you'll start arguing, and then, like, a couple seconds in, you'll start crying, and then after another few seconds, you'll say the message.
They may not even understand that they're learning confidence building, that they're learning to be more secure and to be able to figure out things and to work out things and to work as a team. You know, a show just doesn't have a writer. It has a producer who has a role, a director who has a role.
I want that. I want to see that. Quiet on the set.
Camera. Action.
I am mad again.
Lisa,
Are you
hey, tell
kidding
you what,
me?
why don't you
No.
give it a rest?
I spent so
Can
much
you try
time
that?
on this meal. and
Another
it's
miserable
beautiful.
evening here
No.
at home.
Well, you know, if you wouldn't have gone and gotten Chinese takeout, I spent an hour
You know what?
and a
I wish
half
I
on
didn't
this
have to
meal.
do that. I wish I didn't have to do that. But guess what? I'd like to eat something that I can actually swallow. Betty, calm down.
Are you kidding me?
Can you please?
My favorite part was like writing the script because you got to create a whole story, but it was also like editing it because you got to put your story together and make it come to life.
Yes.
Action. How do I explain this to you?
Is it
Well-
violent? Does this app have a rating on it?
Yeah.
It does?
What's the
Why don't I
rating?
look it up and see in my phone whether or not I can see what the rating is?
Your fault. No, listen, I've never done anything to you or Mom. Always do. No, I have not. My bad.
I saw you this morning, and I heard you, and I was very disappointed. You know my mom left.
I think once they really saw the lights, camera, action, they really were like, oh, this is for real. You know, I can do this. So, and then to see so many, there, you know, people out there now that the girls can relate to. Like, you know, Shonda Rhimes comes to mind for me, where, you know, you can make your own movies. You can, you know, be an Emmy award-winning producer, director, writer, executive producer, whatever. These opportunities are there, and thank you for bringing them to my girls. What you are doing is fun, but it's engaging and it's empowering and it's educational. It's giving girls a different perspective. It's actually giving not just our girls, but our parents and those who come in contact with what we do at the Center for Girls, because people look at an after-school program and think that their kids are just being dropped off to do homework or to play and, you know, just do all kinds of other things, games. But what people see when they come here to the Center for Girls, they get a wow moment. They really do.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay,
No.
fine. Let's go.
Oh, my hair was yes,
Hi. Hi, Candy Cameron.
She's an actress.
Our school is to performing arts, so we do it as a thing.
Okay. All right.
Like, I feel like, oh my goodness.
And I will always love you.
Adorable.
I was cinematographer, and that was actually like really fun because it was like everybody was looking at what I was looking at. Everybody was seeing my point of view of what I'm seeing. Yeah. So it's like I'm everybody's eye. Yeah. Like when you're like the cinematographer, it's like you're the movie and people are like watching what you're doing.
And with this film, my favorite part was doing the camera work and stuff, because I think doing the camera work is pretty cool, because you get to do it with, you just get to like sit there and like watch it all happen and stuff. Yeah. Through the camera's eyes.
I think that it's a lot harder than what you see on TV. Yeah. It's like effects. It makes it harder. Yeah. And having to piece everything together.
And when the scenes delete.
That's right, because you had your some of your footage just wasn't there, so you had to work around that.
In my experience, something will always go wrong. And I think for me, I've learned to see that as an opportunity to really embrace the uniqueness of it.
During editing and stuff, we lost a lot of footage that we couldn't get back. We don't know how we lost it.
I'm always curious to see how the girls are going to handle those challenges, as far as when things don't go according to plan, when the actor that you pick doesn't show up, when the script or when the person is acting it out, when it doesn't necessarily line up or look the way that you thought it would on paper, and how they navigate that. So it was really interesting watching them listen and take advice from the actors, but also learning when to hold firm to what they wanted to see, and when to kind of acquiesce and change to what they saw would work better, as far as in contrast to what they originally had planned.
You know, they had to think out of the box. It was, you know, just last week, it was, you didn't expect it to be cold. Right. You know, so you didn't expect that you were going to have to be inside instead of outside. So it gave them an opportunity to think out of the box, to do a little bit more creative thinking, conflict resolution. So, you know, with everything, there's always a lesson.
Weren't you the one that came to me and were like, we didn't film?
The girls that had it before, I guess they had it too long, and then the others, I guess they kept the camera. And then by the time it was towards the end, we didn't have a camera, we didn't film at all. And then the actors were about to leave, but before they left, we asked them if they could like stay for a little bit so that we could do our film.
Yeah, because we were sharing cameras.
Yes.
So what are your girls' impression about making film?
I think I might want to do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm kind of, like, for my career.
There was a lot of decisions, but they were fun and tough decisions at the same time.
Yeah, and you did them. You did it. So good job. Anything else you guys want to say about making film?
Well, with enough perseverance and determination, you can make like any film that you want come to life. So always believe in yourself, never give up.
It's just been it's been a very empowering experience for me to see it as a father with two daughters. I'm very thankful that a program like this exists, and I'm thankful for women like yourself that are willing to take on the responsibility of helping to coach and to show our girls exactly what is available to them. So thank you so much for your time and for your dedication.
We appreciate what you brought to the Center for Girls, and you know what your crew, your team, what everybody has brought to us, and hopefully you'll come back.
What would you say to someone if they were thinking about investing in an organization like the Center for Girls, or for like endeavors like this that really put the semi-professional tools in the hands of young people? What would you say to them to encourage them to that this is worth their time and money?
I think that every kid should have like the chance to do this, because it's like a really good experience. It could also like turn your eye to what you want to do in the future.